Hello everyone, Attorney Grant A. Toeppen here again. I am a probate and estate planning attorney based in Manteca, California. I have an office in Livermore, California as well. And this video is part of my series showing how to fill out the forms to effectuate a limited conservatorship of the person in the state of California. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to fill out the order for a fee waiver. If you have requested a fee waiver, which I cover in a different video, you are going to also file an order on fee waiver simultaneously with your request for a fee waiver. This is something that the clerk will fill out the second half, and you'll know right when you file it whether or not your fee waiver has been granted. So before going any further, I should let everyone know that nothing in this video is to be construed as legal advice. It's just how I fill out the form, and nothing in this video creates an attorney-client relationship between me and anybody else. So that all being said, let's jump in. So this form is really easy. It's pretty self-explanatory, but we're going to go through it. So number one, this is the person who is the proposed conservator who's asking the court to waive court fees. In this case, I'm pretending it's me who is requesting a conservatorship. Put your street or mailing address. Put the city, the state, the zip. Easy as pie, right? Here's my office phone number. Number two, lawyer, if person in field 1 has one. I'm assuming you're filing this in pro per, which means without an attorney, so you would just make sure that that's not applicable. Proposed ward or conservatee. This is the proposed limited conservatee's name. So let's say it's John Smith at 123 Main Street, Manteca, California, 95337. You would just fill out the address and information where it's easiest to reach the proposed limited conservatee. And I'm just going to make up a phone number. And the lawyer for proposed ward or conservatee, if there is one, and I'm assuming there is not at this point, although during the limited conservatorship process, one is typically appointed. In San Joaquin, it is the public defender's office handles it. In other counties, the court can appoint a private attorney. So if you're doing this in the middle of the conservatorship proceeding, perhaps a attorney has been appointed, and you'd put that information in here. But for us, I prefer filing this at the beginning of the case before an attorney is appointed. Number 5, a request to waive court fees was filed on. If you already requested one, you'd fill this out. If you're requesting it for the first time, don't worry about that part right now. And then if the court made a previous order on fees, then you can fill this out too for the date. Superior Court, County of. This is the county where you are applying for the conservatorship. I'm going to put San Joaquin because that's where I usually do these. Put the court address. Oops. There we go. If you have a case number, you'd put it here. If you are bringing this in with your conservatorship petition, which is what I recommend, then you would get this filled out by the clerk while it's being filed. Case name. In the limited conservatorship of the person. Oh, and this is a common problem that you run into, as you can see right here. The form is not shrinking it. It is not making it so my entire language fits in here. And it doesn't want me to go to the next line. So in this case, since you would be a self-represented party, I do have fancy software that would allow me to tuck the whole case name in here, but I'm going to tell you what you would probably do. You can handwrite it in, and the case name would be in the limited conservatorship of the person of, and then you would put that individual's name. So in this case, it would be John Smith. In the limited conservatorship of the person of John Smith. So then below here, as it tells you, read this form carefully. All checked boxes are court orders. So this is just the part where after you filed it, you only fill out this part, and then the court clerk will fill out this part. And they'll let you know if your order was granted, if it was in whole, or maybe it was granted in part. They'll let you know which court fees, if there are additional court fees that are waived. They might let you know that they denied your request. They'll let you know why they denied your request. And you would just want to review that information carefully after having received it back from the clerk. So that being said, if there was a hearing on the waiver, this would be filled out, but also the date and time for the underlying conservatorship is usually filled out here. Date that the clerk gets it, gets the order and fills it out would be put here. The clerk will sign this part. Sometimes it's the judicial officer, but in my experience, it's always the clerk. And there you go. Easy as pie. That is how you do an order on court fee waiver for a limited conservatorship. I hope this was helpful for everyone. Thanks so much. Bye.